welcome to Rose Opal Knits, our knitting and other crafts podcast.
This is episode 48, and I'm Daphne.
And I'm Erica, and she's my daughter-in-law, and I'm her mother-in-law. So, hey, welcome here. If you're new, we're happy that you found us. We hope you stick around, and if you like what you see, you consider
subscribing and liking this video.
And if you've already subscribed, we appreciate it so much. And we're just happy to have you here as part of our community. So we are in Delaware, and today is Sunday, November 14th. And what's the weather like?
It's a little chilly, but not too bad. Mm-hmm. I mean, like, I'm wearing this one, and it's not that bad. Mm-hmm. And it's airy, like it's loose.
So what is that?
It's the Magnolia by Camilla Bad.
Something like that.
Something
yeah,
like
I'll
that.
have it on screen. Mm-hmm.
But it's Plymouth Encore tweed and a strand of Rowan Kid Silk mohair. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm. Kid Silk Haze is what it's called, I think.
Yes, it is.
Right. So, that's what she's wearing.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a store-bought sweater, so that's not special. But just wanted to let you know that we do have show notes in the description box below, and if we leave anything out of the show notes, feel free to contact us and ask us whatever you want to ask, or leave a comment. And if you are new here, like I said, I'm her mother-in-law. She's married to my oldest child, and then I have 3 younger, and I homeschool. So I have 2 graduated from homeschool, and then 2 still at home. And that's
we
it.
knit.
Yeah, among other things.
And like she said, I'm married to her oldest son. And then we have 3 little kids, all under the age of 3, and I stay home with them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
Yep. That's all I do. I don't homeschool them. They're too young.
But, all right. So we like to just jump right into the content, and any like family life stuff that we talk about usually just works its way into the podcast. Yeah. So we don't do an update in the beginning usually, and we don't usually do an update at the end. It just kind of all flows as best as it can.
Kind of flows sometimes.
All right, so we'll start with finished objects. Do you have any?
I have one.
All right, I don't have any, so you go.
Okay. So I have these socks. Look, they almost match me.
They do. Uh-huh.
But anyway, so these are DK weight pair of socks. They're vanilla. And the yarn is Sweet Mountain Crafts in the Grandma's Teacup color. So it actually has a little bit, you can't even see it, but there's little bits of like goldy yellow bits to it. So it's
pretty.
Yeah. I really like this color. They don't fit my sock blockers, so they keep sliding down because they're actually a size 6.5 because they're for Holden's friend at work. So, but the vanilla recipe is actually on our website too.
Yes.
So it's just a regular DK weight sock vanilla with a 2x2 rib. No, it's not. That one's a 1x1. That one's 1x1 on a US 3, and then a wedge toe, and then the slip stitch heel.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right.
That's it.
Okay. So I don't have any
take these
finished
off so they don't
objects.
get stretched out though. Okay, look, you gotta see these. These are
it looks
so
tiny.
little.
I know. I tried to take it from you. Here,
I know,
let me take
this
this one.
too. So I mean, I
so
have little feet because I wear a size 7, and
I wear 10.5, 11.
these look little to me. So I don't know.
They are. They're tiny. They're so little. Mm-hmm.
So that's my only finished object though.
All right. Well, I don't have any finished objects because, as you will see coming up here, I cast it on.
She had a cast on party.
I did. I cast it on 3 new projects. So
I cast it on 2, and those are the only 2 other things I'm going to show you really.
So how many whips do you have?
2.
You only have 2 whips? Oh, I've got
Yep.
more than that. All right, I'll start. Okay.
I had 1 finished object and 2 whips. I'm trying to actually like get stuff done by Christmas and the end of the year. So it's not going to be too many whips, but it's going to be more progress on
the whips
a
that you
couple
have.
whips.
Yeah.
Until the end of the year to get them done.
That makes sense.
So.
Yeah, I casted things on mainly because I have to give as gifts. So if you watched previous episodes, you will know that I'm knitting a pair of socks for my father. Regia yarn, Perfect. And I did work on them a couple days, but I only made about an inch. So I didn't even bring them to show. But I casted on 2 new pairs of socks. Both in these bags. They are for the same person. And I will have to give them the first week of December. So first I casted on, I don't want to do that because I'll hit the camera.
I was going to say, you're about to knock it.
Yeah, so I casted on this pair. It's being held in my Stolen Minutes bag. And I used yarn that I dyed. So if you watched the last episode, was it the last episode? Yeah, you saw that we dyed up several skeins of DK weight and fingering weight yarn. This is the DK weight. It's a 75-25 superwash merino nylon base. And I am using the numbers from our DK weight recipe, but I decided to write up a pattern for it. So I have my notes here and I am knitting it up. It's the medium size, so I casted on 48 stitches. I'm knitting them 2 at a time on 2 circular needles. I think these are 24 inches. I don't know if you'll be able to see that.
You can see there's something there.
Yeah, there's a little lacy stitch, not lacy eyelets, some twisted ribbing. So if it works out and it looks nice, I'll probably write the pattern up and add it to the website in the future at some point. But so there are those. I spent a couple days on those because I had to. So I casted them on. I did the cuff. I started a pattern. Didn't like it. Ripped it out. Ripped the whole thing out because it was originally a 2x2 cuff. It's now a 1x1 rib cuff. And so then I did, like I said, the 1x1 rib, and then I started another pattern, messed that up, had to rework it, ripped it back just to the cuff, and then started over. So now I like what's going on, and they should be done soon. But I am knitting these on a US 3 needle, Chow Goose. And then I casted on more socks. So these are in my Mountain State Stitches bag I bought several years ago. It's Doctor Who. And if you've been watching us for a while, you will have seen this yarn before. Because I knit a pair of socks. I might pop in a picture of those socks. With this yarn here, this is Willow Tree yarn in the Lollipop colorway. And I knit a pair of fingering weight socks for me with the Lollipop yarn in a white Regia yarn. And then this is a DK weight sock. So I'm holding the Lollipop yarn double, and I am holding a fingering weight undyed skein double. So this was the first one, and I cast it on with 2 strands of the Lollipop yarn and knit 2 rounds of the ribbing. And then I knit 9 more rounds of ribbing once I attached the white. So when I added the white, I just knit the first round. And then I did 9 rounds of ribbing. And then I wrote up a pattern for this too. So, but not a whole lot done. I did the heel flap and the turn. It's just a knit purl.
Oh, that's cute though.
Pattern. It's real easy. Yeah. So, and I worked out the numbers for both of the patterns in small, medium, and large DK weight. So if both patterns work out and I like them, I'll probably just add those to the website at some point. I might have Daphne look over it to, make sure you can understand what I'm saying. But the ribbing is not standard. It's not a 1x1 or a 2x2. It is a combination 1x1 and 2x2 because I wanted it to fit this pattern here. So I got to this point. I did the slip stitch heel flap after knitting eight rounds of the pattern. Then I did the slip stitch, heel flap, and turn, and picked up my stitches for the gusset, and then I stopped. And then I started the second sock, and this is as far as I've gotten. So I'm going to work this sock to the point that this one's at, and I'm going to add it to these 2 circular needles. These are 24-inch circs, and actually these are a US 4, because I have found recently that when I hold 2 fingering weight skeins of yarn double, my DK weight socks come out tighter, and I just decided to go up and see how these fit. Although they're not for me. My friend has similar size feet to me. I mean, she's a 9. She's not a 10 and a half, 11, but her feet are wider. So if I knit almost the length that I need for my foot, then they stretch wide and fit her feet the way she likes them. So I'll be able to try them on as I go and see if that's too loose or not. But I think it's going to work out.
My US 4 should be here today.
Yeah.
But the other friend of Holden's, I'm making a pair of socks I'm knitting them with a fingering held double for DK.
Okay.
So I ordered a 4.
Okay.
How many more do you have?
3. How about I show this one?
Okay.
I showed this one in the last episode, and I said that I'd have it done. I said I'd have it done by this episode. It's not, because...
It's not.
It's not, because I thought I was going to, and then I decided I needed to cast those socks on. So, this is the Bramble Ridge by Cozy Up Knits, and I am holding it in this gnome bag. I am knitting it with Malabrigo Rios in the Tormenta colorway. And when I showed it in the last episode, I was all the way down here. I just had a cast on in 1 round or 2 rounds. So I finished the ribbing, and I started the stitch pattern. And then I put it aside to cast on the socks. And something else that you haven't seen yet. But so this really should be finished soon. But we'll see how long it takes me. I should have it finished by the end of the month, because they're hosting a hat cow.
The toque cow.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Cozy Up Fall Toque or something like that. But all right, so you show one.
I'll talk about this one first.
All right.
And then we'll talk about Christmas and holidays. Look, I just zipped it shut. Okay, anyways, so I have my Dolphin Collections bag with the beavers. Mason can say beavers.
Oh.
That's very cute. Okay, so this is hard to show. It's like curling up on itself. So.
This is a new cast on.
Yes, all of my stuff is technically new. But anyway, so this is it. And there is ribbing on that neckband. Here it is. But anyway, so this is the vest number 2 by My Favorite Things Knitwear. I think that's right. And it is made, this yarn is Hobby Lobby's authentic hand dyed in the colorway Hazel Basil. There's hair all over it. And this is actually for...
Your hair?
Yes, my hair. But this is for her niece. So she saw one of my sweaters and liked it and then asked if I would knit her something. And she's like, no, don't do that. And I was like, I'm going to knit anyways. So I'll just make you something. And then we went to Target one day and she's like, I want a vest. And I was like, okay. So then I'm making her a vest. But I like
I haven't seen it since you put
like
this
the construction of it.
Yeah, this ribbing on. It looks good.
It's actually really fun to knit.
I
So
would never wear a vest, but it's
I wore
cute.
mine yesterday. My Stockholm slipover. I like it a lot, and I can't wait until all of this knitting is done and the new year starts, because I'm going to knit another one.
Are you?
When my mohair comes in too.
Oh, okay.
So this is the yarn. It's a really pretty colorway, and it has little spots of like red. It's just really pretty. But anyways, Paisley got a hold of my yarn yesterday, so I had to break my yarn that was attached to the body, and that's why it's not on any yarn right now. She got a hold of it, and this is actually the cake she got a hold of, and pulled the center section out of it. So then I had like 3 balls just sitting there. And I'm like, so I had to cut the yarn. But that's okay, because now I just get to work in stockinette. Plus, I also wanted to do the ribbing first, so I could send her a picture and she could actually see what's happening.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you
Did you send her a picture?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
I just finished. I just did the
okay.
other arm.
Mm-hmm.
So both arms are done and the collar. So I can
she's
send her a
gonna be
picture
excited.
and she can see actually what's happening. Because some people don't understand the construction until they can actually see it.
Especially when it's just stockinette and everything's rolling in on itself.
Yeah, it was rolling real bad without it. So I was like, let me put the ribbing on so she can see. So I hope to have this done for her by Christmas. Because we're not going up there for Thanksgiving. And it's knit on my clovers actually right now. And it's a US 9, which is a 5.5 millimeter. So that's where I'm at.
Mm-hmm. I have to bend over in the creaky chair. All right, so this is my last new cast on. It is in another Mountain State Stitches bag. I think this is the first one I bought, but it's a Christmas or a holiday themed bag. It's got pretty polka dots on the inside. So in the last episode, if you watched, you will have seen the Rose Opal Knits sock sets that Sweet Mountain Crafts dyed, or Sweet Mountain Yarns dyed. It's crafts, yarns, it's both.
Yeah.
And Daphne started a sock with hers, but mine, I hadn't started anything yet, and I just really wanted to knit something with it. So I found this, it's a cow pattern on Ravelry. It's a free pattern, and it is called, oh no. It doesn't say what it's called, but it'll be on the screen.
Is it not right there?
Where?
I know it says material.
No, it's not on there. But it'll be on the screen. And like I said, it's a free pattern. I'll show you this picture. So it's in sections. So I knew it would be easy to incorporate the contrast colors with the sections. So it has some eyelet sections and some stockinette stitch sections. So what I decided to do is I cast it on with the Rose Opal, what I consider to be the main color, the Rose Opal color. Right there, it's so pretty. And then the first stockinette section, I decided to stripe in this color that I call Erica, because this is based off of my favorite color. And so then I've completed that, and then the sections are separated by one purl ridge there. And now I'm into the eyelet section, and that's going to be all of the Rose Opal colorway. And then there's the third section is a different eyelet section, which I'm going to omit the eyelets, and I'm going to stripe the two contrast colors together. So Erica and Daphne are going to be striped in the center. And then there's a third eyelet section that's going to it's going to mirror this one. And it's going to be the Rose Opal colorway. And then the section after that is going to be the Rose Opal and Daphne striped together. And then it'll just be Rose Opal in the ribbing. So, and this is I don't want to say fun, but enjoyable pattern to stitch up, because it has enough, especially with the stripes, it has enough interest to not be boring, but it's easy. So I am knitting this on the recommended needle size, which is a US 6. I'm using my Chalgu needles. And I don't have a reason to finish this, but I want to work on it, so I've been knitting on it. So that's that.
Do you want to talk about the Facebook knit along for that one?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So
I don't have that yarn.
Like I said, the Rose Opal yarns, they are in a sock set by Sweet Mountain Crafts.
I do that too.
And
but then we always put them in our Mountain State Stitches bags.
Yeah, mountain. So, so you can purchase these sock sets or individual skeins from Sweet Mountain Crafts. The website listing will be down below. And she was so generous and she gave us a discount code if you use Rose Opal. When you purchase either the sock set or individual skeins, you will get 10% off your purchase. And there might only be pre-orders in the shop at this time. I'm not sure. But she's going to leave them up for a while, she said. So you have time. And we are hosting a year-long knit-along in our Facebook group, the Rose Opal Facebook group. So anything that you decide to knit or crochet out of any of the 3 yarns, whether it's the sock set or individual skeins of the Rose Opal or the Erica or the Daphne, you can enter to win prizes. And since it's a year-long knit-along, we are going to pull pattern prize winners every 2 to 3 months that the knit-along is going on. And Carista of Sweet Mountain Crafts says she's going to donate a prize as well. We might make that like part of a...
I feel like that should be maybe the end of the year one.
Yeah, like the final big, like drawing or whatever prize. But, and am I missing anything?
I think that's all.
All
it's
right.
only in Facebook.
In the Facebook group. So if you want to join along with that, join our Facebook group. And I know that there are quite a few people that don't want to use Facebook. So for different reasons. And I'm not a huge fan of Facebook myself. However, I am on there just for groups. So when I log in, I check the groups that I'm in and then I get off. Like, I do not let it suck my time from me. And I don't get caught up in any kind of Facebook drama. But so, all right, that was it.
Yeah,
okay.
for that one.
All right.
Okay.
And all of Sweet Mountain Crafts information will be in the description box below. And the information for our knit-alongs, which we're going to talk about our other knit-along that we are hosting right now.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, so mine's in my this is not Sweet Mountain Crafts. Goodness. This is Amy of Noble Character Crafts.
Yes.
Goodness. Look, her words are all messed up. And I started another Christmas sweater. This is my first Christmas sweater. And
It's a holiday sweater. Your third holiday sweater, right?
Third holiday sweater.
Yeah.
But anyway, so this is a Soldotna by Caitlin Hunter. And this is what it looks like so far.
I'll hold it so you can talk about it.
The yarn is all Yarn B, It's all Yarn B 44th Street. So this is what it looks like. And I'm holding it double. So, yeah. It's just held double throughout. So this is ivory. The red is ruby. The green is olive. And then there's actually pale blue in this section for the background. It's a little hard to see on camera. But that is pale aqua. So here I actually have... This is what it is. Just so you know. It's actually that color in there. So, but I think I'm knitting the third size because my gauge was slightly off, and since it was color work, I wanted to make sure it was going to fit. So I went up one size.
Did you go up a needle size when you did the color work?
No.
No. Okay.
But if I went up the needle size, I felt like my gauge was going to be off even, like...
It is kind of open, too. It's a loose
it
gauge.
Was a loose gauge, and I didn't want it to be too loose, so I just stuck with the... Let me tell you, actually, because I don't remember. I stuck with the US 8, which is a 5mm needle, instead of going up to the 9. So, it's on an 8. And I think I was like 2 stitches off for my gauge. Maybe only one. It was 1 stitch. So, I just went up a size instead. And it fits fine. It's okay.
Now, one thing you said last time was that you were using the same colors that Tara of a Loop Through a Loop used, but you used them in a different order, right?
So she was using it, and I was like, oh, I want that when I saw it. So she has the colors in a little bit of a different order than I do, but all the colors are from her. So, like, the pale blue should actually be...
Hers was
where this green is. but the white and the blue were too close to color, so I had to switch them around.
There wasn't a high enough contrast. Mm-hmm.
Which is fine. I like it like this too, so it is perfectly fine.
Picture floats.
But yeah, so that's all I have about that one. So, and I have already split for the sleeves and knit like an inch or two. And I'm knitting it cropped, but with long sleeves, and the body is just gonna be white. I'm not doing the color work in there. So, yeah, that's all I got.
And you are knitting that for our holiday sweater mal that we are hosting. We are hosting that on Instagram, and you can use
it's Instagram and Facebook.
Yep. You can use the hashtag ROK Holiday Sweater Mal 2021 on Instagram. And then if you are in our Facebook group, we'll just have a thread for finished object pictures, which is not up yet, but it's going to go up tomorrow. Or it should go up tomorrow. Which, actually, it might already be up because...
We'll have it up there, basically.
Yes, very soon. Very soon. Mm-hmm. And so I am knitting. It's in this tote bag with a quote from Jane Austen's Persuasion. Rituals by Joji Locatelli, and I have shown this the last couple episodes, so if you've watched this, you're familiar with it. The ritual sweater is knit with 2 colors. I am using multiple colors, and it has a lace panel that I omitted and made into stockinette. So the last time I showed it, it was here. So I finished the blue section. I split for the sleeves since showing it last, and I've attached the green again. The green is what I'm calling my main color, and then the other colors are contrast color 1, 2, I think there's a total of 5. There are a total of 5 contrast colors. And I did, other than omitting the lace, I modified this sweater by splitting for the sleeves sooner than the pattern calls for. Because if you've watched the podcast, you've heard this before, but if not, I have very wide shoulders, and my body type is, call it an apple. So I don't like a lot of extra bulk through here because that's where I am naturally bulky anyway. And the pattern, if you were to follow the pattern as written, you would split for the sleeves and it would have a drop armpit. I mean, didn't. Yeah. You can't see it. Yeah. It would be real low.
My armpit's actually all the way up here.
Yes, exactly. And I don't like that style on me, personally. It looks cute on her and other people, but I don't like it on myself. So I tried it on, and I have my measurement for this area here anyway, and I knew it was time for me to split for the sleeves. And so I did. So it's going to fit closer to my armpit here. And I also like a more fitted sleeve, where I know a lot of people, they don't like fitted sleeves, but I do. And so that's where I am. So like I said, I added the green back on, and the next color that I'm going to add is the gray. And then I'll add the purple after the gray stripe. And then I'll end with a gold stripe and then a green ribbing at the bottom. And then the sleeves will be striped just like the body of the sweater. All of these yarns are Prairie Spun DK. The colorways are in the description box below. I did not bring my pattern, so I can't even tell you what size I cast it on for myself. But I can tell you that I am using a US 9. And these are my wooden needles. Oh no, I got all sorts of strings here. So my wooden interchangeable set consists of knit picks and Knitter's Pride, because I don't know if you know this, but at least the Knitter's Pride needles I have, you can attach to the Knit Picks cable. So
I didn't know that. But I don't have Knitter's Pride.
I don't know about the new ones, but the older ones I have. And by older, I mean I probably bought them like 7, 6, 5 years ago. I don't know. So they're older. But anyway. So I'm calling this my Thanksgiving sweater. We have decided to just stay at home. I'm going to cook Thanksgiving dinner. So I decided it was okay to not focus on getting this done by Thanksgiving. I'd like to have it finished by the end of November just because I have my Christmas sweater I need to pick back up and finish. But we'll see. All right, so that's it. Daphne has some purchases though.
Are you not showing that?
Oh, I always forget about my cross stitch.
I was about to say, you brought it all the way up here. You're not going to show it.
Yeah. All right, so here's my cross stitch. I will pop in a picture to show you where I was the last time I showed it. But I wasn't able to work on it as much as I had the previous 2 weeks, so it's not as far along as I had hoped it would be, but it is coming along. So this is Perfect Posy. Is that what it's called?
Something like that.
Yeah, something. I didn't bring up the information. It'll be on screen. And it is from Cross Stitcher Magazine, the April 2015 edition. And I'm using all DMC colors. They will be listed in the description box below. So, and this is 28 count, white, even weave, the Artiste brand from Hobby Lobby. So, real quick.
Okay, I did buy some stuff. I bought mohair, but it is not here yet, so that'll have to wait till next time. But me and Holden went to Vulcan's Rest Fibers, which is the second closest yarn store to us. It's up northern from us in Maryland. So just over the border though. So
it's about an hour away, 55 minutes or something like that. Yeah.
But they also have a little bakery, not bakery, it's a cafe. And me and Holden bought a cinnamon roll and then 3 cake pops, and they were all really good.
So our local yarn store is the Yarn Maven in Smyrna, Delaware, and it is a fantastic little yarn shop. She always has some hand dyes, but a lot of more commercial, like yarn shop type yarns, like Regia and Opal and Barocco, Queensland United, and just other brands that I can't think of. But it's small, and so this one is large. Isn't it two levels?
No,
it's not 2 levels.
It's only one, but they have huge. Their rooms are just huge. So.
Okay, and they have spinning wheels and weaving looms.
They had 2 huge weaving looms in there. So it was huge. So.
Yeah,
biggest one I have been to yet.
Because the Yarn Maven doesn't sell fiber, right? No. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyways, so I bought Knitted Wit. Holden chose this one because I needed one for my dad for Christmas because I'm going to knit him and my mom pairs of socks. And I don't really have masculine colors in my stash right now. But it's like, I buy the hand-dyed stuff offline. And it's like, you buy the pretty ones and the ones that stand out, you know? So, I don't know. I don't have masculine stuff in my stash. So, I had to buy something.
But usually when you get it, you knit it for Holden or Mason or something.
Yeah. Basically. So, and one's already reserved for Theo, and that was the only one that I had that was like masculine looking, and I'm like, I can't use that. So it is the 80/20 Superwash Merino Nylon Blend, and it's February 23rd. So.
Very pretty.
Yeah, I liked it. I think Holden did a good job. I said, pick out one that's masculine. He's like, okay. That works. And then they had cones of yarn, and I don't know why, but I've seen a couple people buy them, and I was like, I want one. Don't know why, but I did buy one. And it's very pretty. It doesn't tell you what it is. It's just I don't even have the tag anymore. I lost it. It's not in there.
Oh.
It just said, what did it say?
Miscellaneous fiber, didn't it?
Yeah, so I don't know
exactly
exactly
is like a lace weight.
what it is. It is lace weight. So I'm actually going to hold it double and knit a sweater called the Nutcracker I forget who it's by, but I found it on Ravelry. So it's the Nutcracker Jumper. And I plan on knitting that and holding it double. So, and it's 32 ounces of yarn. So I'm very excited about this. And then the last things I bought go together. I bought a drop spindle because I've been wanting to, and fiber. So this is actually merino wool, and it is 4 ounces. So I'm gonna try to do that, but I gotta do it when Paisley's asleep mainly, so she doesn't come over and try getting it. Because you can tell Mason don't do it, and he'll sometimes listen.
So if you're new here, Mason is her oldest son, and he will be 3 in February, and Paisley is the middle, and she's 1.5, and then Theo is the baby. He's almost 4 months.
Yep. So. Gotta keep stuff away from Paisley. She's the one who ripped the ball in half. So Mason will grab my knitting and pretend to knit. So that's the difference between them. But so I can't do that when she's awake. So, but that's all I have.
All right. So this is a quick episode. We kind of flew through everything, but we don't usually record on Sunday. Sunday is usually, I get up and go to church, kind of and then we spend, the day with family, just relaxing and enjoying each other's company. But because of our schedule, which has been so crazy, I feel like this fall we're just like so busy. We decided that this afternoon was the only time we could fit in recording, so we have. And shorter podcasts are nice too. You can fit them in easier to watch. But that's it, right? Yeah. We'll record, I think. The next time we record will be the last day of the month, I think. Is that
something? Hold on, I'll look. We'll tell you. No, because we recorded the Monday. So the 29th. But it will come up on the last day of the month. So we will record the Monday after Thanksgiving, and then the next episode will be on that Tuesday, the last day of November. Yep. So we will see you in 2 weeks. And if you are in America, we hope that you have a happy Thanksgiving. All right. Bye. Not working. Because I didn't turn it on. All right. Bye.